something? Hello, hello. Uh, so it's been a while since I've done anything like this. But, yeah, like 5 years last I checked. But we are back. Got a new setup and hoping to get back into things. Weird hearing myself back. So I'm gonna change that. There we go. Now I'm not hearing my echo. But yeah, we're gonna stream some Pokemon Champions battles. I'm by no means a great VGC guy, but I dabble a little bit, and I like to just have fun with it, you know. Uh, don't really follow the meta too much, you know. Sometimes I'll have good mons on my team, or meta mons on my team, but I typically like to at least base the team around a mon that I like, rather than what's good, what's popular. And we're gonna dabble with a couple of teams here, so we'll see how things go there. Time just or the date just reset, so we can start things off with a quick recruit. I have, I think, everything that's available now at this point, aside from like maybe specific forms of things. Uh, so I usually just get the thing that has like the cool Pokeball or the title. Or if it's a mon that I want a duplicate of, which I don't think there are anything like that here. I might take the Swampert. I know I can't see it either because my webcam is in the way. Let's see if we can fix that. Eh. I just want to see what the title is before I decide to do it. The sociable. That's like eh. But yeah, I think I will go with the Swampert. I'm pretty sure I only have one. I think. Haven't made a team around Swampert yet. So that may be something that I do eventually. Especially if it's like requested or anything like that. I'm open to suggestions. I'm also by no means the best team builder either, but I think I'm decent, you know. Uh, we have quite a lot of VP as well, because I've been playing pretty much daily, but just to get the VP sometimes, not doing anything crazy. Uh, as the season reset a little while ago and I'm still in Ultra Ball, just to show. But I've consistently been Master Ball for both. Not a Champions level guy, so we'll have to, excuse me, settle with just being Master Ball for a bit. I think it's still too early for this online competition. Yes, it starts on the 20th, so still a few days away. So we will just jump into some double battles. I usually like to save the singles until close to the end, just because I'm not too big on the official singles meta of pick 3. I like my 6v6 singles. That's where I come from. Uh, you can see some of my old videos I have in playlists from back when I was playing Showdown during X and Y ORAS days. But yeah, we're gonna. This is one of the few teams that I've built recently. I built a few coming in preparation for doing this, but some were from before. This one you can't see the top two, but it's Mega Staraptor team with Excadrill, uh, and then a half Trick Room set as well. That was an old one that I made when Mega Staraptor first came, so but it was decent. It did all right. I was messing around, wanted to try out cast form. This is the only team that I like copied someone else's setup, changed a couple things to more my style, but I played I think 2 games with it. Actually got a couple kills with cast form, which is cool. This one I only made because I needed to complete the used what is it? Win 100 battles with fairy types or 200 battles with fairy types. So I made that one around Mega Clef. This is an old one I made, but did pretty well, so I'm keeping it around. Maybe I'll use it a bit more for Mega Chandelure. A lot of people, I guess, don't remember what Infiltrator does, and taking out those mons with Heat Waves and Shadow Balls, even though they got the light screen up, or Aurora Veil. Uh, Rising Voltage Raichu X. Uh, well, the Raichu doesn't have Rising Voltage. I ran it physical, but with the Ampharos, which I do. I think I want to change the item on Ampharos because I feel like Magnet isn't hitting hard enough, so I might be switching it to Life Orb. Also want to switch one of the moves, but that's what we're gonna do with it. You know, we're gonna build, make changes as we go. This is the one I'm most excited to use. I haven't really used it yet. Actually, I used it twice, and of course, they were against teams that this team was not built to deal with, which were Sun teams, which I built it around Roserade, so not gonna be that easy. I got a Typhlosion one, and a Hisuian Typhlosion one later. Uh, Mega Sceptile, Mega Pyroar, Mega Raichu Y, an Aurora's team that did surprisingly well. I got to like the 50 victories with Aurora's badge with it, which were crazy. Mostly runs around Trick Room, but of course with Weavile and Scarf Chomp. The Annihilate isn't built for Trick Room, but they're not built speedy either, so they catch some people off guard too. Uh, Especially if they're not built for Trick Room. And then some mons I want to build around later. That's just my single team. Flapple, because I managed to pull a shiny Flapple, so I had to build something around it. And that one did surprisingly well too. Gravity, Life Orb, Hustle, Grav Apple hit surprisingly hard. Can one shot a decent amount of photographs unless they're heavily physically invested. But yeah, we're gonna just start off with some Roserade. For apologies in advance, my chair, I need a new one. It is squeaky. Uh, it is old. I've had this chair for like 6, 7 years, something like that. But yeah, interesting team that we got here. I'm thinking they're gonna be leading off, something like maybe Sableye, but I think our Roserade can do some work here. Can it? We got the Giga Drain for the Milotic, and the Samurott. Dazzling Gleam can be good for the Chomp and the Sableye. It's just Sludge Bomb that doesn't really do anything. But the main thing that would stop Roserade is that Metagross, I feel. Uh, and the Slowbro if they manage to get their Quick Draw. So we gotta take those guys out first. Should do a quick rundown of the team as well. The physically defensive Volk, uh, Mega Scizor, got Sneasel as well, Scarf Basculegion, Talonflame. But alright, do this quick. Because I want the Tailwind. I think we're gonna go with this setup here. I need the Bask because I feel like that's the only thing I have for the Psychic types. And then also I wanted to go with Sneasel just because it is good for fake out pressure. Very strong mon as well. I had a feeling that, yeah, I'm pretty sure I did say. So I managed to call the lead. I feel like they're gonna try to go for an edge and a willow with the Sableye, unless they're fake out. I don't really want my Sneasler burned, and I don't want my Talonflame knocked out. I am sashed, so we're good for a turn at least. Is Tailwind the play here? I don't think so. Yeah, I'm gonna protect turn 1 here and hit them with a acrobatics on the Samurott. Alright, that's cool. They detected, I'm fine with that. I just want to see what they go for with the Sableye, if they're looking to get a burn, if they're screens. They're looking for the burn, okay. Good to know. In that case, do we swap here? Yeah, I feel like we can swap here safely. We don't really care too much if the Roserade is burned. And we can go for a... Should we go for an acrobatics again? Roserade's gonna outspeed the Samurott, so there's no real issue there. It is more so what the Samurott can do to Talonflame. So I'm gonna protect here on potentially the Aqua Cutter Razor Shell. I don't feel like they're gonna be attacking the Sneasler there. They might still go for the Willow, but oh, they actually go for the Aqua Jet. Okay, that did a surprising amount of damage there. But we got the poison point. We take that. Their life orb. Okay, cool. And they try to go for the disable, which kind of strange play, I think, on their part, as Talonflame is faster than Sableye, so maybe they're expecting me not to be Gale Wings, maybe they're expecting Flame Body, and that's why they went for it. But otherwise, Gale Wings, I'm gonna outspeed, so if I went for the acrobatics, I still would have got it off. Yeah, see right there. Again, I'm faster than their Sableye, so I'm not too worried about... Oh, I didn't expect that to take out the Samurai. I thought it'd do a decent amount, but I didn't expect it to knock out. But took it out. We got the Tailwind up, so our Roserade's gonna be the fastest thing on the field that can attack because Talonflame's Encored. But we are gonna switch out anyway, so I don't want to be locked into the Tailwind. So I think I'm just gonna go for the Giga Drain over here on the Sableye as I bring out... Do you want to bring out the Basque? Like, I want to bring out the Sneasler. But the chance they go for a Psychic into the Talonflame slot, gotta go to Basque. I didn't want to go for it, you know, because the Last Respect hasn't built up yet. But we'll see. They got the quick draw. That's fine. I didn't go for Dazzling Gleam again. And they went exactly what I was worried they would do, going for the Psychic move into the Talonflame slot. So, good thing I didn't switch in Sneasler there. Also, good thing they didn't attack Roserade as well, because they could have just taken it out. But now that we're in this position here, I feel like, again, I will just, should I Sludge Bomb? No, I think I should get Good Drain again into the Sableye, because on the off chance they got Metagross in the back, which I feel like that would have been the play. Metagross does go well into my team aside from the Talonflame and the Volk. And we're gonna I'm gonna flip turn on the Slowbro. That Psychic did quite a lot. Don't want to have to deal with that again. We get burned. I did forget about that. But it's alright, it's not too bad. We still got two other healthy team members in the back, which I'm gonna bring out Talonflame again here, because again, I don't want to risk coming in on the Psychic. You know, maybe it would be great as well if they do hit the Talonflame and break the sash so we can get that full power acrobatics off. We will have to wait and see. Also, got myself a drink because, you know, a lot of talking. Yeah, they're really expecting me to bring the Sneasel in here. Ah, they didn't break the sash, so acrobatics isn't going to be good unless we somehow get a knockoff. The last one is the Milotic. Was not expecting that one. But that is good for us. That is good. Rosary doesn't really have anything to hit the Slowbro. So we're just gonna Flare Blitz it with Talonflame. Oh, they're Quick Draw, Quick Claw. Well, that lets us bring in our Basque again with a slightly boosted Last Respects. And their Milotic was... What, was that a crit? It was a crit, okay. Damn! They must not have any, like, special bulk as well, because I did not expect that to one-shot at all. Now, let me just see, because I don't know how well the audio is for you guys in terms of the game audio, like if it's too loud, too quiet. So I will double check that as well after this, of course, since we're almost through. Just 1 on 3 now. It will be scary if we get to the point where it is Sneasler and a Slowbro, because they seem to be popping this Quick Draw, Quick Claw all the time, but they missed. They should have just Psychicked. But even with the burn, Last Respects does quite a lot. Can Sludge Bomb finish it out? I think it can. It does. Okay, so we start things off nice and strong with a W. So, good first battle there. Interesting that they brought the Milotic, seeing as Roserade was in the front, and they didn't really have... I mean, the Slowbro somewhat walled it, and the Metagross, but they didn't bring the Metagross, so... Oh, shit. I did not mean to click continue just yet. Cancel that real quick, just so I can double check how the sound is doing. Let me just mute my game audio real quick. It's a bit quiet, I think, so we can afford to put it up a bit, right? How's that? That sounds a little better, right? Just waiting to hear my... Yeah, that sounds good. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, then we can just get back into it. Oh, I forgot to mute my mic sound. That echo. Also, yeah, this is my first time using face cam as well. So face reveal, I guess. 5 years after my last post. Gonna be keeping this on for the foreseeable future, and here we are with a Sun team. Yikes. Let's see. I mean, all we can do is Basque Sneasler, I think. Scizor can be good as well for the Venusaur if it doesn't have Weather Ball. Running into a lot of... Well, it's only the second battle, so to say it's a lot of Garchomps. It's a little misleading. But yeah, what do we do here? I feel like leading the Sneasler is... Maybe Sneasler Talonflame? Because then we can get off the acrobatics at least if they do go the Charizard Venusaur lead. I do want Mask in the back, I think. They do have the Zoroark, which would suck for the last respects. I don't think we're bringing a Roserade here, unfortunately. But yeah, we'll bring Bask and Scizor, as Volk doesn't really do too much here. It's good for the Dingo. Maybe Volk would have been the play, because it could also be good for the Venusaur as well. Like Earth Power probably doesn't do too much. And then we would have been able to Heat Wave it back. Oh, they're going for Baton Pass shenanigans. Alright. Well, they're definitely gonna... I really feel like they're gonna protect here to get that speed boost off. But just, yeah, can't risk it. Can't risk the Lumina Crash, so we gotta just go for the attack there. And then we'll acro the Charizard. Alright. They didn't Mega, which is interesting. I guess they're trying to save their son for after they Baton Pass. But that's some good damage there. Oh, it's Zoroark, that's why. Of course. What do they go for? Psychic on the Zoroark. That's real bad. But we could... Yeah. Should be okay. Because we got the... Now they probably have Flamethrower. Which I should have realized. Yeah, I definitely should have went bulk over the Scizor. Because it could have Fire Weather Ball with Venusaur. Flamethrower on the Zoroark. But let's see here. Well, Bullet Punch into Acrobatics finishes it for sure. If Bullet Punch doesn't do it on its own. Well, we're still got our Gale Wings going, so. We'll actually go with Bask instead. And then we'll flip on the Zoroark. I do want to get some damage off on the Ispatha. So, go for the Acrobatics there. We don't need the Tailwind just yet. Of course, as they build speed boosts, it'll be more necessary, but the fast with our Scarf, we're still faster, so wasn't too much of an issue. But I think this next turn might be the turn for Tailwind. And that is scary. That is definitely a scary play there. They're going to be at +2. They're either going to protect or Baton Pass this turn. Obviously, the Zard is an issue for Scizor. So we do want to get it out. If they protect, our Scizor is done. But our Scizor is the best thing for the Ispatha right now. Do they call the Tailwind is the question here. Ah, dang. I think it's too risky. I feel the Protect coming, so we'll just have to play it a little safe, get the Scizor out. I feel like they could speed up the Mega animation a bit. am a little tired as well. Did have a little nap before. 'Cause I'm an old man. Oh. Oh, well, they outsped anyway. It was risky, not risky. I wasn't sure if we'd outspeed, even at +2 with the tail, thanks to our tailwind. But good to know that we don't. Now, does Ask outspeed? Oh, interesting. Okay. Don't see a lot of ancient power Zards running around, but that's good. That made our acrobatics stronger. So we can potentially just take out the Venusaur. Even at +2, which, yeah, it's at +2, right? Yeah, even at +2. Then what do we do? Do we last respects? Yeah, I feel like last respects acrobatics is the play here. Because both my mons outspeed. Oh, I should have went into the Zard. Can we get a miss on the Heat Wave? Because they're definitely going for the Heat Wave here. We don't get the miss, but they do go down to a Bullet Punch. They do go down to a Bullet Punch, so there is that, and our last respect is stronger. Basculegion is a broken mon. It is. Yeah, it is. Oh no, wrong one. I want to go into the Venusaur with that one. And I feel like it's Heat Wave Giga Drain, right? Does last respects kill from this range? Or do I just protect? Like, I think I gotta just hope the last effects take it out. They do get the protect, or go for the protect. That's unfortunate. They did call the Bullet Punch. And the Venusaur outspeeds. What? Oh, right, because forgot all about Chlorophyll. That might be the game. Unless they don't have Weather Ball, then we have a chance. I doubt it. They don't. But how much does... Oh, okay, the Earth Power doesn't do too much. What are they on their Venusaur, though? Are they sashed? Are they... They're not Life Orb. Are they perhaps Citrus? I feel like the Espather is lefties. And they protect. Good read on them. I did want to try to get the Bug Bite off to get some HP back. So that is unfortunate there. Excuse me. And I think, yeah, that's the game. Earth Power does too much. So to cut our losses. If we were able to survive an Earth Power, there might have been a chance. If we did get the Bug Bite and they were Citrus. But unfortunately not. But alright, let's go for battle 3 against Daw. Daw. Come on, be a game for Roserade. Another Sun team. Not a game for Roserade. Is that Mega Emboar though? Or Mega Altaria? And do they just lead the sun? No, I feel like they do lead the Espathra because people that run Espathra love to lead with it. So we will put Scizor out front just for that reason. I do want to have Volk in the back for the Corviknight. And then it's just the other two. I do want Talonflame because that's our best bet for Venusaur. So do we want the Basque or the Sneasler? Basque can be good with the Wave Crash for Ninetales and Emboar. Sneasler doesn't hit anything super effectively unless they're Mega Altaria. So yeah, we gotta... I think Basque is the call. But let's see. We'll see what they lead with. Did they lead the Espathra like I thought they would? Also, you see my badges, I got the Houndoom there. They did lead with the Espathra, as that was my Season 1 team. It was a... Interesting that they're Cloud 9. If they're not Mega. I'm gonna protect the Sneasler, just in case they got the random fire move on their Altaria. Because they're definitely protecting with their Espathra. And I will Acrobatics the Altaria just to get some damage off on it. It is Mega. So maybe Sneasler would have been good. Just to get the Dire Claw there. But also depends on their set. I don't think Altaria gets any Psychic moves. I know it gets, obviously, Fairy moves and Dragon. And it probably gets Flamethrower as well. I'm pretty sure. Doesn't do too much, so... Well, Altaria is a Pokemon. I think it's like 110 defense. And they're just going for the Hyper Voice, which isn't gonna do too much to Scizor at least. Talonflame is not bulky in the slightest, but Scizor is... how did I build this Scizor again? I don't remember. Yeah, I built it bulky. No speed. It is a bit faster than you'd like it to be for Trick Room, but I did build it a bit slower just in case that comes up. And the team needed a more bulky mon there, so that was the reason. I feel like do they protect with the Espathra? I feel like they do, but I don't want to let them get anything building up either, so... Gonna Tailwind. They don't protect, so unless they're sashed, that Espathra is going away. Scizor might take a bit now that it's gonna be, what is it, -2? Yeah, -2 for its special defense now after that. So Hyper Voice is gonna do a decent amount. I mean, even if they had a berry. Does Bug Bite eat the berry if the mon gets knocked out? I'm not too sure. But that is one mon down. They have put in a bit of a chunk. A bit of a hefty chunk into the team. So let's see, what do we do here? We don't have a special wall or anything with us, as Scizor is our specially defensive guy. But he takes the, he's not taking the fire moves. I kinda wanna just sack, get the bullet punch off, and keep Talonflame around another turn at least. want to see what this Ninetales goes for. Which, that's good. It went for the protect, so Scizor can potentially stay around another turn and take out this Altaria. I don't think another Hyper Voice kills, and they go for the Dragon Pulse anyway, so that is good for us for sure. We still got the Tailwind up, so we are faster. I don't think I need the Talent Flame too much right now. It would be good for the Venusaur, but we got Volcarona for that. And at least one of our mons is going down this turn. I don't think we're gonna Oko the Ninetales. And even if we were gonna, they're most likely Sash since the Swather wasn't. Yeah. Is that a defensive one? Not too sure. Not too sure. I don't know the calc there. Well, I do have calculator open on this side here, so just so I can do any emergency calcs that I may need. So let's see. Do we just go for chip? We do got the chlorophyll going, so they're fast. Excuse me. But I do want them to take out the Scizor. And we acrobatics last turn. We should be the fastest thing on the field. So even with our items still, this acrobatics can do a bit. Yeah. And they don't take out the Scizor. Well, they're gonna go for the fire move with the Ninetales for sure. But let's see, acrobatics. Ninetales. I always try to spell Ninetales with the what's it called? Like spelling it like the tails of an animal, but it's tails like the story. And yeah, that Ninetales is definitely bulky. Some way, as even invested acrobatics is supposed to do. Oh wait, that's without an item. We did 30 something. So let's see. Oh yeah, maybe they're not. Because we did what, 33? And it's 29 to 35, so it's right in the middle there. Basque is probably just going down this turn. As Venusaur definitely outspeeds. What will do more? Last Respects is going to be 100. No, we got 2 months down, so it'll be 150. Yeah, it definitely does more than Wave Crash. And we can Rage Powder here, actually. So we can take out the Ninetales and draw on the Giga Drain. Oh, we're faster. I guess because they have a Spother, they didn't build the Venusaur with too much speed. But yeah, going for that Solar Beam there isn't going to do much of anything to Volk. Grass types are immune to powder moves. Always forget that. Always forget that one. But all I wanted Bass for was to get rid of the Ninetales because I do feel like Volcarona can handle the Venusaur. They go for Protect, sure. Just killing a turn. I guess they didn't want the boosted sun, like the sun boosted Heat Wave or anything like that. But like, we're not invested, So we might not one-shot, but we'll at least two-shot with his Heat Wave. And we one-shot. And I don't think they could have done anything back to us. Venusaur doesn't get ancient power. Earth power is neutral. So Sludge Bomb would have been the best thing they could have done. Alright. And, well, before jumping into the next one, let me claim the daily mission things. Well, and the membership one. I did get the year thing, because I did expect to play this quite a bit. And let's see, what types do we need to use for the weekly ones? Water and water type moves. Probably the first time I've had both be the same type. And oh, you know, I should. I don't know if there's a way to make that not pop up. But oh well. This is what, game 4? Game 5? Yeah, 4. So hopefully this isn't a Sun team. I do want to use Roserade. It's the mom I built the team around. So that'll be nice. Also, this is not advertising. I just used to work there a few years ago. Just saying. That's why I got the cup. I also stole it. I'm kidding. Legally speaking. But okay. This is a game that Rosary can do some things. We're only afraid of the Staraptor. So we need something to take care of that. But we got Sludge Bomb on half their team with the Abomasnow, Gardevoir, and Whimsicott. Giga Drain for the Swampert. And what really can Raichu do to us? If it's Y, it could of course paralyze us, which would suck, but that's it, right? Yeah, so the only thing we're really afraid of there is the Staraptor. Which would be faster, so should deal with that first. Actually, let me go with Volk and Roserade with the lead here. I do want Basque in the back just so we can't be hit with close combat. And with Sneasler. Ran out of time. Almost didn't make it. I only rushed that Sneasler. I wish I had more time to. I should have thought faster. But okay. We're definitely gonna protect here. We don't care about the Intimidate on either of these. And they're definitely going for the Fake Out with the Raichu. And Mega-ing? They're gonna Mega the Staraptor. But who do they Fake Out? Well, just in case, I do want to get the Willow on the Staraptor. And if they fake it out, maybe we can proc Flame Body on the Raichu. We do call it the fake out. Okay. And they don't Mega. Damn. We do get the Flame Body, but god damn. They must be, if they're not Life Orb, they're Scarfed Reckless. Because my god, that was a lot of damage. now it's my turn to do the faking of outing. So we're gonna get that off on the Staraptor there. I'm not gonna lie, this Raichu has kind of become a threat now. Because it could be the Mega. I don't know why they didn't do it first turn though, because we don't have any electric types or anyone that commonly runs an electric type move. So keeping that lightning rod isn't really necessary. But I do want to get rid of that Scarf Brave Bird is just too much of a threat. They are Raichu Y, so they're probably gonna Zap Cannon the Sneasler. I do think that they believe Sneasler to be the bigger threat, which is fair. But I did get the Fake Out off, which does mean that we do get rid of the Staraptor with the Sludge Bomb. And then we gotta hope Baskin Rosary can clutch it out. So let's see. Who else did they bring? It's the real question. And what do we lock Bask into? Because they got 3 Mons. We can only use 1 move. Raichu is frail. Definitely very frail there. Don't want to risk any Encores. So... And they don't Tailwind, because they're definitely faster. I think Last Respect's gotta be the play. And... do we Sludge Bomb the Whims? I mean, they might Tailwind, protecting the Scarf. In that case, I will Sludge Bomb the Raichu. That's fine, I was gonna Sludge Bomb anyway. I mean, sure, it means I can't protect, but... yeah. Hey, Grace by Pete. Did I double? I think I changed to double, but yeah. And there they go. That's... oh, I should put a little thing about like win-loss for the day. Thank you. I just built the team for this stream. Also, thanks, Wes. Let me turn that up a bit. Well, actually, I think I should put it a bit closer. I do have it a bit away because I didn't want to overdo it, but let me know if this sounds a bit better. She didn't want it to pick up like if I'm taking a drink or something. Yeah, Roserade, been one of my favorite mons since it came out back in Diamond Pearl. So, had to make a team around it. It's not one of the best mons, but I just wish it was faster, you know? It has a good special attack, special defense, but that speed is what really holds it back. This is gonna be... Rosary can do stuff here, I just need to get rid of the Zard and Metagross. Which this team doesn't really have much for fire types, so definitely something I can change there. Outside of Bask. So we will lead it. Volk is good for the Metagross, so keeping that in the back would be good, but is not good for the Aerodactyl. The Rotor is good against the bottom half of their team, so I do want to bring it. Question is Talonflame, Sneasler, or Volt? Sneasler's good against quite a bit. So I think I will go with that. Bulk is really only good for the Metagross, but if we can get a close combat off on it, that'll at least do quite a bit, and we can take it out with something else. Unless they're, I don't know if Metagross gets like Autotomize or Rock Polish in this, but, or Agility. Maybe it gets Agility. But they did lead what I thought they would, so that's good to know. We are gonna outspeed the Zard, no matter what. Well actually no, if they Tailwind with the arrow, they might outspeed. I don't remember arrow's speed off the top of my head. But I know it's fast. So I think I will just flip and protect. They're definitely getting the sun up. And I don't want them to take out my Scizor, because Scizor's the only thing that can deal with the arrow. Oops. Also, if at any point, I don't know if my mic's gonna pick it up, but my dogs are in the room with me. They may make noise. One is sleeping right next to me. I'm gonna bring in the Heat Wave. I mean, either way, I want to use Roserade. I should have stayed in and went for the Wave Crash, but I wasn't sure if I'd outsped the Aerodactyl there. Which, oh, never mind. Made the right play. I did feel like they could Solar Beam there, but wasn't too sure. They did get the Tailwind up though, which is scary. So we're gonna fake out the Zard and go for the Bullet Punch. I have three dogs. I have a Jack Russell and 2 American Bulldogs. They are, Jack Russell is just about 2, I think. I got him as a rescue, so I don't know exactly how old he is. But the 2 American Bulldogs, one is 9 and the other is 6. Thanks. Great dogs. Does end up being a bit of a handful, but they are amazing. Also, I should definitely have the stream open up on the side just so I can keep an eye on things. But okay. I'm going to protect the Sneasler, so I do want to keep it around. I just need to outlast this Tailwind. 2 turns. Just kill some Tailwind turns. Go for the double protect. I definitely want to keep the Sneasler around though, because they do got the Sylveon. I know Sneasler is also good there, but quick attack would still hurt. So would a Hyper Voice. Have good luck with your errands, Pete. Hopefully nothing crazy. And get them done fast. Right. Just in case of the miss, the Heat Wave miss, I'm gonna Dire Claw into the Sylveon slot. This is our last turn of Trick Room. Sorry, Tailwind. The exact opposite. So I will go into the Basque. They definitely don't Solar Beam here. No way. But okay, we do live a quick attack. I didn't think to do too much, but the Heat Wave was the real issue. And of course, if they went for the Hyper Voice, that would hurt too. And I think since their Tailwind is done, right? Yeah. That now is a good time to bring in Roserade. Based on how much I did, fast flip turned into the Aerodactyl, I think we could still take out the Charizard from here. So, yeah, just gonna go for it. Attack, double attack into it. The Zard does go for the Protect. And the Sludge Bomb doesn't take it out, but Sylveon isn't really gonna do much to Roserade. They're probably gonna, oh, they go for the Hyper Beam. Does that take it out? Oh yeah. I forgot we had some chip damage on it too. So definitely. That's a yikes. But maybe not too bad. Really depends on how their Zard is built. The Roserade isn't a threat here at all. Sorry, the Sylveon. And our Roserade might be able to take a fire move. I know Zard got crazy special attack, but we got decent special defense. And if they Heat Wave, it's spread. They withdraw. Okay. Yikes. Okay, and even still, the Sylveon's not a problem unless they're the odd one running Mystical Fire. And Samurott, unless it's Scarfed, we outspeed. Do I think it's Scarfed? I don't know. Just in case, I'll Bullet Punch. I feel like that'll still take it out. Which it does. Cool. And we take out the Sylveon with Sludge Bomb. But we're gonna have to bank on Zard missing to be able to pull out the dub. So let's see. Because Scizor's definitely outsped. And depending on how they're built, they outspeed Roserade too. Because I know Bulky Chomp has become quite Bulky Zard has become quite common. We'll protect just to see. We do outspeed and get the Sludge Bomb. Do they miss? We need this miss. I don't like asking for hacks, but we need to hear. Ah, they don't miss. Does Bullet Punch take it out from here, though? We're adamant. Well, brave Technician boosted. Stab. 220 attack. Just gotta hope. I mean, if they're physically defensive, I don't think there's a shot. I know it's resisted, but... Do you miss? They go for... Well, over here could have still missed as well. But we just aren't that lucky. And... What, that was battle 5. I think we got 2 losses. So we're 3 and 2. I think. Could be misremembering. But we will go for one more with this team. I want a good Roserade game. I mean, that one was pretty good. We got... Roserade did a lot of work there. Took out the Sylveon. Got the hit off on Zard. But here we are with a Trick Room team, which doesn't look like Roserade's going to be able to do much in. Two Steel types, Dark Fire, and then a Ghost. Well, Ghost Grass. Yeah, this isn't going to be a Roserade game, unfortunately. But they're definitely Trick Rooms, so we're going to have to deal with that. For sure. Do you want to put Basque? I mean, leading physical mons does feel bad because they do have the Incineroar. Unless they're the one dude running Blaze. But no. Does anyone run Blaze Incineroar? I doubt it. But Basque, Sneasler, and Scizor for sure. I mean, Talonflame does get around the Trick Room with Acrobatics if they do manage to get it up, which I feel like they will. Heat Wave. I mean, this is gonna be good for the thing, but no, we'll go Talonflame. King Gambit. That's his name. Sorry, I just got a text. Apologies. Girlfriend is doing some trip planning. No, I'm not going on the trip, just going with her friends, but... who did they fake out here? I feel like they fake out this is alright. I mean, just in case they don't, and they want a Flare Blitz, I'll go for the U-turn instead of the Bug Bite. And I'm gonna protect here just in case I go for the Twin Beam or the Psychic. Because there could be some fake Trick Room team. Or just putting it off a turn because they think they'll get it the next turn. Yeah. They're definitely going for the Flare Blitz. Since they didn't fake out, I don't know what else they could have been doing on this turn otherwise. So yeah, I'll go Basque. I don't want to bring in Talonflame if it's not going to proc the Sash. Just don't get the burn. Thank you. I think. I don't remember if the burn goes before Trick Room. Before the recoil or not. But either way, they don't get it. They are leftovers. Good to know. So they're definitely citrus on Pergraph. And we will go for the flip turn over here, and I think now we'll go... No, I'll go Scizor, because I doubt they're gonna Flare Blitz. They're definitely gonna Darkest Lariat or Throat Chop, whatever dark move they have, into the Basket Legion slot, and they Thunderbolt. We live it, but not if they double in. They go for the parting shot. Okay, that's fine. That's fine, because, yeah, the -1 is sad, but we can get a nice flip turn off, whatever they bring in. Sad if it's the Sinistcha, but if it's anything else, then it should be good. Well, another... Oh, they're not Intimidate on the Mawile. Oh yeah, we went into the Burgraph slot anyway. So now we'll bring out the Talonflame, because I do not want to risk them going for a Psychic move into Sneasler. And can just Acrobatics into the Burgraph. Are they gonna be like Fire Fang or something? I mean, even if they are, I feel like that doesn't kill. So I'm gonna double into the Burgraph. Acrobatics while holding an item isn't gonna take it out, so definitely gonna need to go double in. Okay, with the helping hand, it might. Hopefully they went into Talonflame. I forgot that'd be affected by it. Oh, that feels bad. Don't flinch. Thank you. And we just miss out on the KO. But let's see. How many? Three more turns of Trick Room, so we will just bring in the Sneasler, go for the Protect. I don't want to have to deal with the Psychic. The Sneasler can do a lot still. Close combat into the Mawile. Mawile will hurt. And also into the Incineroar as well. Can't fake out because Armor Tail. I did know what Armor Tail does, I just completely forgot that Yell Wings would make Acrobatics affected by it. And that's fine because we're sashed. Wish they brought us down to the sash, but oh well. Flip Blitz does quite a lot. But not enough to take us out, unfortunately. And do I want to keep Talonflame around? I think so. Because if they have Sinistcha or Gambit in the back, Flood Blitz is going to be quite helpful. And this is their last turn of Trick Room, so I will... Yeah, I'll save it. Do I hard Scizor? I think I do. Because if they're going to play rough into this slot, it's going to do nothing. If they Rock Slide, we take it. Even helping hand boosted. But I feel like they just do the same play. They do miss, which sucks. And they end the Trick Room themselves. Thanks, I think. Do I call the Sucker Punch? I think I do. I think I do call the Sucker. So I will switch. And U-turn. Just pivot things around. I should have went for the Bug Bite. Well, they already ate their citrus, so not that it matters. Oh, that tells me for sure they went for the rock slide. Oh no, they went for the Sucker. And it does take me out. I really expected them to go for the Talonflame. Okay. Well, for sure, Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch definitely doesn't take out the Sneasler. So we'll just Dire Claw into the Farigiraf and go for another Protect. Because I do want to keep Talonflame around. I had a feeling that they would have the ally switch, but because I run it on mine. But they're not going to do it again. So I will Dire Claw into the Furik. And to be extra cheeky, I'm going to Tailwind. Because they're going to try to sucker again. And I'm not falling for that. We don't fall for the Sucker Punch here. Again, we fell for it once. Well, we didn't fall for it. We knew it was coming. We just predicted it on the wrong mon. But we don't fall for it. We know when it's coming. We just don't always know who it's going to target. But there we go. Got rid of the Farigiraf, which was the main threat for Sneasler. Big Squall. It's a little scary. But am I more afraid of the Pelipper than I am the Mawile? I don't think so. I think I just close combat the Mawile, take it out, and protect Talonflame. Just because we can't risk the sucker still. And dang. Didn't expect to protect. Didn't expect a hurricane either. I was expecting like a weather ball. But yeah, this is the loss here. Because for sure we're losing at least one mon. We only have attacking moves on Basque, so the Sucker Punch there is guaranteed. And then Pelipper can take out Talonflame right after. But hey, maybe we'll get rid of the Mawile at least. Get some extra VP. Okay, good. I got worried for a second that in the rain it wouldn't. But we do take it out. I think we survived the recoil, but it doesn't matter. Whatever the Pelipper goes for, we go down to. But I do think I want to go for one more game with this team because I do want to get a good Roserade game. Let's face like a Mega Swampert team. Come on. That'd be perfect. Excuse me. Let's see a Mega Swampert. And then after that, we'll hop over to another team. So close. So close. Got Mega Blastoise. But okay, we might be able to make this work with Roserade. Do you think putting like an electric type move on this team would be good for the Pelipper? Maybe Sneasler gets Thunder Punch, but I'm not sure. But alright, we got Roserade in front, and I think I want to go Sneasler in case they do lead the Blastoise and try to fake us out. I do want the Basque, not for last specs. I want it for the flip turn in case they are Perish Trap, which Perish Trap is my least favorite playstyle, so not stand it. Don't want to have to deal with it if I don't have to. I kind of want to bring Scizor for the same reason. Excuse me. Because I don't think we need the Tailwind here too badly. Or do we? I don't think so. I mean, I guess I could have brought Volcarona because Volcarona also has Tailwind. And I do think Volcarona would be great for the mouse hold, since if they hit us with Population Bomb. I mean, Population Bomb surely makes contact, right? Let me double check that. Yeah, it does make contact. So that would have been good for Roserade, because Flame Body. Uh, okay. What do you go out to? Gengar? Okay. Do they fake out with Blastoise though? They don't. They just die. Love that. Love that for us. That great turn one. It was a bit risky not faking out the Blastoise in case they had fake out, but I figure if they do go for the fake out, at least we could fake out the mouse hold. Actually, I want a Dazzling Gleam here. Yeah, there's definitely Perish Trap, they're gonna Perish Song. So, taking out the mouse hold should be the priority. They didn't Mega, and they die. Are there bots in Ultra Ball? I don't think there are. They're not scarfed. We out to bed. Oh yeah, I went for the Dazzling Gleam in case they were sashed on the mouse hold. Come on! Could have kept going. Could have got a full Roserade game. Did we go for one more? Do we go for one more with Roserade team? Let's see. I'll check what other teams we got. Maybe we'll go with one of those instead. Because I do want to try out some of the other teams that I made too. Maybe this one. Maybe we go the Typhlosion team. I haven't tested that one yet. Or the Hisuian Typhlosion. Because I haven't tested that one either. Sure, we'll try this one out. We got two Megas with Scopeland and Charizard. But the ideal lead we want to go for is Charizard and Scarf Typhlosion. Just to hit with those powerful sun boosted eruptions. And Alakazam. Very interesting. And of course, as soon as we switch away from the team revolved around a Grassmon, we end up with this team that's half water. Sure, two of them are flying, but Roserade would have been great here. This is a defensive Scovillain, and Greninja's mainly here for Garchomps and stuff. Well, Electros is also here for countering rain, which they got a lot of rain. So I think leading with that is good, as well as I mean, I do want to bring Zard as well. I feel like we can still go with the Typhlosion. We just need to play extra careful. Greninja would only really be good for the Dark Pulse. Yeah, let's try this out. Let's try this out. It may be a throw, not bring in Greninja, but we'll see. What, Greninja would have been good for the Psychics, which of course they bring. Now the real question is, are they Mega Alakazam or Mega Meowstic? Both, funnily enough, have Trace as their abilities. Also, this is a bulky Zard, fully Fizz Def, and Electros is built to survive any one hit from fully offensive Pelipper and Swampert in the rain. I rarely do like power creeping like that. I'm gonna protect there, and I think just Heat Wave. I don't want to go for any, like go for the Thunder at all, just because they might have Raichu in the back. You Trace Blaze, that's fine. That does nothing for you. I don't think Alakazam gets Mystical Fire. And I'm pretty sure that'd be the only fire move it could have access to. And Meowstic goes for the train. Okay, so I knew they were gonna go for some expanding forest shenanigans. But let's see, how much does this do? I know we're not especially defensive, but we're still bulky. Cool. We do live it. We get the Heat Wave, hit both, and do a solid amount of damage on both as well. I do want to keep Charizard around, so I'm gonna switch them out. And just like, in case they have Pelipper in the back, I think I should go for Giga Drain here. If Zard lives, then I think Electros is gonna live as well. And maybe not. We have lower HP and special defense, and that did quite a lot. We're at, I don't know what percentage that would be. We're at about 35%, something like that. And I definitely don't think Typhlosion lives it, so we're gonna bring Scovillain, which I will mess that up. Whenever I play a team that has 2 Megas on it, I always bring both by accident. Like, I forget. I can only make a 1. Or like, I forget when selecting my mons. But without being able to Mega, Scovillain wasn't very helpful there anyway. Definitely should have brought someone else. Yeah, definitely should have brought the Greninja. But they brought the Pelipper in so we can get a temporary win on the Weather War. We will outspeed the Alakazam, since we're Scarfed. On our Typhlosion, that is. And I think I will Solar Beam into the Pelipper slot. Just in case they switch to... Oh, they don't switch! I thought they'd go out into, like, Gyarados or Basque. But no, they stay in. Are they a fast Pelipper? They're not. So Solar Beam might take them out. Okay, and I think that's the win there. I don't know what else they can really do here. Uh, of course, Scarf Last Respects is gonna hurt. But it's not at full power. Typhlosion's gonna outspeed. So they probably go for the Zard. Oh no. If Typhlosion outspeeds, I would go for the Typhlosion. Would I go for the Zard or the Typhlosion here? That's hard. I'm gonna protect the Zard and erupt. Because I think that they think they can live 2 eruptions. Watch him pull a Rain Dance on Meowstic. How is the Meowstic so fast? What the hell? There's Scarfed Expanding Force? Scarfed Psychic Terrain? Well, I don't know how anyone could have predicted that. That's wild. And I don't think we live anything. We're fully Fizz Deaf, pretty much. And we're in the sun. But it is Life Orb, Wave Crash, Basket Legion. They're probably adaptability as well. So I think they take us out. Yeah. Scarf Meowstic. Like, I would have not been surprised if they were, like, if Alakazam was the terrain setter, you know? But we'll get another one. And, alright, cool. Another Sun team, so... Hell, we don't have to lead it out if we don't want to. Since they do have the Torkoal. They are somewhat Trick Roomy. Like, Zoroark's their only fast Mon. But who would their setters be outside of Kofagukis? Because I don't think anyone else gets it. Maybe Zoroark does, but Zoroark has, what, 110, 115 speed, something like that? They do have quite a lot of physical Mons. Well, not quite a lot. They have 2. Unless they're running physical Zoroark. Flame Rough doesn't do too well here, neither does Gigaton Hammer. I think I do want to bring the Gren. Oh, you know what? I will lead with Greninja. Is I don't have to Mega Zard here, unless they don't bring the Torkoal. But if they're running Trick Room, they're definitely bringing Torkoal, because it's amazing under Trick Room. I think just Scarf Eruption would be good. Yeah, so they definitely want to Trick Room here. So I think just going for the Eruption and the Dark Pulse is the best bet. Damn. And well, oh, that was the Rock. Okay, I was like, Ampro's got a bit of bulk to it, so it doing that much was a bit surprising. Especially if they're running Trick Room, they would probably be max HP, so I don't think that would have one shot there. That's crazy. We'll bring up the Skull Villain, which we do also have Sunny Day on it, in case we need Sun, like in future games. We will Mega for sure. And I do want to go for the Rage Powder as well, because we do got Dark Frog right now. Don't want to take whatever fighting move it wants to go for. But I do want to get rid of this Zeror, because I don't want to have to take another Hyper Beam. And our Zard is physically bulky, not specially bulky, so getting rid of their special attacker would be nice. Ooh, if they're Guts though. Well, hopefully they're not Guts. They probably aren't. You don't really see too many Gutsmons right now since there's no Flame Orb or Toxic Orb yet in Champions. And seeing that they went for Stone Edge, they're most likely no guard. I'm not really too afraid of the Ampharos right now because we're not an electric type. Sorry, not a water type. So I think I will just double into the Machamp. We do land Hydro Pumps here. We do. It's a staple. I wish Greninja had a better single target water move though. Because like it's Hydro Pump then Water Pulse. Also, that did not do anything. I know it's not stab, but this is definitely especially bulky. Now, we'll see here if they're Guts or not. They're not. Okay, they are no guard. But who did they go for the Ampharos? Oh, it looks like they went for Gren? They did. Okay. Scovillain outspeeds the Machamp, so we can go for another Giga Drain there. And do I just Ice Beam with the Greninja? I don't know why it's loading, so, like taking so long to load. I think my internet's alright. Yeah. So I guess it's theirs? I'm just checking if Zard, switching in Zard is the play. We can't Mega, but if we get the Sun up, we can still do some decent damage. And I think becoming an Ice type on Greninja would be good here. They have no one else in the back. I don't think I clicked switch. Did it? Okay, I did click it. For a second, it didn't make the sound that I selected something. So it's like, was there, did they forfeit or something? Or did maybe they went AFK? Okay, sweet. Perfect turn, perfect turn. That's cool. None of my mons had a spread move. I don't know what they went wide guard there for. Maybe they thought Scovillain was running Heat Wave, but I don't even know if it gets Heat Wave. I'm sure it does. I don't see why it wouldn't. But I've not seen anyone run it, even though Scovillain is rarely used anyway. Excuse me. And I'm just gonna go for the leash seed, because that's pretty much the best thing we do here. High five Natsu, yep. Even your username, very appropriate for the theme there. But welcome to the stream. This is the second game I've done with this team. We were playing with the Rosary team for a bit beforehand. I will say though, I do love Ampharos as well. Great mon. Very nostalgic mon. Love the pink shiny. Yeah, I figured they went AFK. But yeah, we would have leech seed there, got off some chip. And then regardless what mon they attacked, if they took out Scovillain, we bring Greninja, Protean, changed to Ice type. Get off a strong Ice Beam, which if that didn't kill, could have done something on the following turn. Yeah, I really need to get to nicknaming some more of my mons, because I just forget to. And I feel like it's not too convenient to do in Champions. But okay, they were a mono fighting team. Very interesting. Lots of potential for a wide guard, which sucks. So we have to keep that in mind. But nothing on their team appreciates a burn outside of Infernape, of course, which is immune. So Mega Scovillain is actually great here. That's another thing. I do want to try some mono type teams because they're cool. They're just hard to build. Uh, but yeah, Scovillain and I think Tinkaton, yeah. They rough fake out. And then people that don't care too much about the Intimidate, which is the rest of the team, because the rest of the team is special. I do want to bring the Typhlosion still, because if we manage to get rid of the Wide Guard Mons, then we're doing good. And then Greninja as well. No, I want to bring Zard. Okay, cool. It's saved. I thought about Greninja for a moment, but it doesn't really do much to their team. Outside of Hydro Pump on the Incineroar, but sorry, Infernape. But I feel like if you're running Infernape, it's most likely sashed. The Intimidate is okay. We will Mega. And I think just go straight for the Rage Powder. Actually, no, I will Leech Seed just in case they don't go for the fake out on Scovillain. I feel like that's what they would do though. But if they do, they risk the burn. Or, well, actually, no. It's guaranteed burn. Yeah. I keep confusing it for like Flame Body, where it's a chance. But no. What is it called again? Spicy Spray. Guaranteed burn. Double Intimidate we don't care about. Pinkaton's our only physical mon and isn't really here for damage. That hurts for sure. But getting the burn off is great. And do we outspeed? We do. They might, they can't attack us anyway because we faked them out. But good to get some damage off there with the Leech Seed. It does take us out still, even with the burn, unfortunately. So I think it's time to bring in the Zard. And we can play rough here. We're -2, but it's 4 times effective, so it's still gonna hurt. Assuming we hit. But Dark Claw won't do too much. Don't get to sleep. Alright. Toxic would have sucked too. Well, poison, not toxic poison. And paralysis would have sucked. But the real issue would have been the sleep there, because I do want to get a heat wave off. Also, that did a lot of damage, surprisingly, for just a neutral drain punch. We can't make her, I forgot, but even so, heat wave will hurt. At least for the Sneasler, because it's not too bulky. And yeah, I think heat wave, play rough will take out the Scrafty for sure. They protect. Unfortunate. I do want to take out the Tinkaton though, this next turn, just because I do want to keep the play rough potential, because they brought both of their quad weak to fairy mons. Get a burn, just cuz. Nah. But we do get some of the Leech Seed chips still. Very nice. Brings Zard up to full. Como could be running Weather Ball. Sorry, Wide Guard. But we gotta go for that Heat Wave anyway and swap. I am gonna bring the Scovillain back out. Who do I think they have in the back? Like, do I need the Spicy Spray still? I don't know. Like, I'm not too afraid of the Gallade, but I am afraid of the Annihilate. But they bring out Infernape, so that's not too bad. It does suck for Scovillain. Can't really do anything there. And they could be a rock move. Protect Zard just in case. I kind of want to Leech Seed the Como, but I also kind of want to get the Sunny Day for Zard. I think Leech Seed's the play though, just because it will power up their Infernape as well. Valid play. That is going to get the burn on their Como though, which is nice. It will take out Scovillain, but worthy sacrifice. Scovillain got burned on 2 Mons and did quite a bit of chip to the Scrafty with the Leech Seed. Got the defense drop on Como. I would love to bring Tinkaton in right now, but just really not worth it with the Incineroar still around. I keep calling it Incineroar. Infernape. I mean, this would be a great time for them to pull out Wide Guard. I'm pretty sure Como gets it. But I don't think Infernape does. Do I just Scorching Sands? I don't even know if that'll take it out. But they will definitely playing skill here. If they're attacking with Como. Yeah, I gotta. Because I don't think Eruption would take it out. And this is the only thing preventing Tinkaton from actually doing anything. Okay. Hey, Jackie boy. Good boy, buddy. Just talking to my dog. But alright, they bring out this Scrafty now. Which we're not really too afraid of at this point because it's so low. I do want to bring the Tinkaton in, just because if they're gonna Clang Scale again, that's a free swap. But can Zard take out the Scrafty is the question. And I don't remember if that was one Clanging Scale or two. I think I will switch the Zard in Scorching Sands. I would have loved to keep the Typhlosion around, because we can go for Scarfed Heat Wave later, which would hurt, assuming we get rid of the Como. Oh, they go for the Fake Out. Well, there goes our Typhlosion. But they must live in fear now for both of their Mons. As Tinkaton can just freely do whatever it wants this turn. And alright. Do I take out the Como? I feel like Scrafty is the bigger threat. The Drain Punch damage from it earlier was a lot more than expected. No, we saw Life Orb on the Como. I was worried for a moment too if it was Scarfed, but that last attack I saw the Life Orb. All good, all good. I thought they might have been Scarfed as well, but my Charizard is built bulky, so like no speed investment. If I remember right, I EV'd it to live a Rock Slide from like Garchomp and things like that. And I'm not worried about the Clanging Scales because Tinkaton is immune. If they had something for Tinkaton, they would have went for it already. But no, they go down to the burn damage this turn, and did we already take out the Sneasler, or is that their last Mon? I don't think I took that Sneasler yet. Oh yeah, there we go. And Shiny Sneasler is kind of cool. It is burned, so not too afraid of it. Close combat will probably still do a decent amount, but I don't think it does a 2-shot from there. Oh, it does 2-shot from there. Yikes. Are they White Herb? They are. Well, it depends on how much this Gigaton does then. All right. Whew. That was a lot closer than I expected going up against a monotype team. Uh, they're hard to build, but that was a solid team. Really wish I got to do a bit more with Typhlosion there, but the risk of the wide card on like half the mons they brought was too high. Because I'm pretty sure Scrafty and Como get it. But here we are going up against Sand, which is not fun. Excadrill is good for Goldango and Excadrill. There's no way are they Mold Breaker with T-Tar. They're definitely Sand Rush. Yeah, usual Sand team. I mean, can't can't knock it. It's good. Both great mons. But what do I want to lead here though? Because the Lexros does do good into most of their team. Nothing threatens it too much. So I think I will lead it and Zard just to potentially take away their weather, or at least scare them that I'm gonna do it. Scovillain would be better if their physical attackers didn't all normally carry super effective moves against it. Tinkaton would be decent with the play rough for the potential Mega Staraptor, but I doubt that that's what they're gonna go with. They're most likely Mega T-Tar just to try to guarantee their sand. At least that's what I've typically seen on these sand teams. But them not leading the T-Tar leads me to believe that they might not be Mega. But just in case, we will go for it. Well, Mega and Flamethrower. And of course, Mega goes after the switch, so we will win this turn of weather. But it all depends on next turn if they actually are Mega. But they could be Mega Drill. I doubt it. Highly doubt it on a sand team. So it's either Mega T-Tar or Mega Staraptor, or both. Rock Slide doesn't do too much. No flinch. Cool. There's Sash. Do we get a burn? That'd be nice. Oh, definitely. I definitely see the Mega coming here. I'm gonna swap my Zard just because I don't want to lose it so early. But what do I do? I think I just go for the extra drill again. And I swap out to Kren because we do have the Sash. If they double in, that sucks, but we'll get rid of the extra drill so we can reset the sun next turn without worry. Well, even if we don't get rid of the extra drill, we can still do that. Did they forget they're not Mold Breaker? I guess so. Forgot what extra drill they were using. Or they just don't know what Electros's ability is, but I feel like that's a lot less likely. Yeah, Sandrush can be. Sandrush can be, but extra drill is a great mon. honestly. I do love Excadrill. And well, this is definitely not Mega. Is it Scarf though? And do I want to keep the Greninja around? I don't think I need to. Yeah, so if they take out Greninja here, fine. So be it. But I do want to get off an Ice Beam on the Staraptor. Smart of them to switch there. In case I decided to bring in the Zard. I think they... Oh, we do outspeed, so they're not Scarfed. They most likely live. They don't. I really expected them to take that. We didn't get a crit or anything either, so we win the Weather War. Yeah, that's definitely what they were planning. They thought I was gonna bring out the Zard there, but managed to take out their Staraptor, getting me the win on the Weather War there. I do think I'm gonna wait a turn first, do what damage I can with Greninja before they take it out. We are no longer a water type, so I don't really want to risk the Hydro Pump. So I think I will just Grass Knot here into the T-Tar. Feel like that'd do more damage anyway. Just because how heavy T-Tar is. But I take out both my mons, which means they're a fast T-Tar as well. Since they outsped the Milotic. Which went for the Icy Wind, so good to know. But I do win the Weather War here. Oh yeah, yeah. I definitely knew I was going to take it out because of the Spidef boost. That's why I didn't go for it with Electros as well. But I did not expect them to be that fast because we got some speed in Electros. I know its base speed is lower. I think its base speed is 60 and Mega Tyranitar 71. But it's not uncommon for Tyranitar to be ran bulkier. So I can just double Solar Beam here. I do want to have Typhlosion go into the Milotic because I do have more investment there for its special attack. And I think Zard should be able to take out T-Tar. I mean, Zard might not outspeed, so that might have been a throw because we're not invested at all. Yeah, but I think... Yeah. I should have remembered. Yep, I threw. God, I wasn't really speed invested on my Zard. And we might be... I think we're EV to live regular T-Tar. Oh no, I went for Milotic with the Typhlosion. I changed my mind at the last second, which was part of the throw. I should add Typhlosion, go for T-Tar. I do want to see though if my Zard could have lived a regular Tyranitar Rock Slide. Oh, this is a weird team. I don't really see what they'd want to do here. like what their go-to lead or like combo is. The Weavile and Sneasel fake out is scary. And I do want the Electros for the Pelipper. But I also just want a Scarf Eruption. You know what? No, not Zard. I will lead with Scovillain. And still bring Zard. Set up Sunny Day with Scovillain if I need to. No. Do I bring Tinkaton? Yeah, I want to bring Tinkaton. Instead of Zard. They got 3 fairy weaknesses. Sneasler is neutral as well, and we saw Gigaton just wrecks it. So they definitely fake out. And ground move. Or maybe Rock Slide. But definitely ground move. Or definitely something that'll hurt Typhlosion. That's what I mean to say. So I want to switch out the Typhlosion and bring in the Electros, get that ground immunity. We didn't see an Intimidate either, so they're most likely offensive Crocodile, not bulky. So I think just Giga Drain into the Crook is the play. Again, I wish they sped up that animation just a little bit. Like, I do like that it doesn't cut the timer. I'm pretty sure it used to in, like, older gens. But seeing that it doesn't anymore is very nice. But just let it go a little faster. Getting the burn on the Crook is nice. As we take it out this turn after the Giga Drain. Very nice. I didn't expect Giga Drain to do so much. We don't have any special attack investment. Yeah. Because Scovillain is fully physically defensive as well. I might want to go special defense on it. Just because don't really have a special wall on this team at all. Like our Zard is physically defensive. I don't know. I'm a little worried about this Pelipper though. Yep. Exactly why I decided to put Thunder on this thing instead of like Thunderbolt. As this was meant to be my counter. The Electros. Meant to be my counter to Pelipper Swampert combo. Quick Claw Pelipper. Who in their right mind? I guess this guy. But come on, dude. Yeah, timer did get me there. Do we live? Come on. That's one thing. Triple Axle. Great move. I cannot stand it. Because when I use it, it always misses. I'll get one hit. Miss. Yeah, can we get a nerf to Quick Claw? What is it, 30%? I still think Eruption is my best move here. Even in the rain. We don't have anything to hit Pelipper. So I don't want to be locked into a move that does nothing to it. And it may still take out the Weavile. Because Weavile is very frail. 20% for Quick Claw. Okay. Oh, I think maybe it's 30% for Quick Draw. What is it? Galarian Slowbro's ability. That was a crit. That did nothing. Do I think... I mean, I gotta hope Eruption Play Rough takes it out. Assuming Sneasler doesn't just go for a fake out. Which it most likely does. We know they got fake out on their Weavile. But do they also have it on their Sneasler? Them taking a while tells me they don't. They do. And they do land the Muddy Water. Well, that's gonna be the game there. We already know even... Well... Even if the Pelipper wasn't a threat, which it is, we know Sneasler two-shots us. Let's see. I want to see how much this Play Rough does here. With the Pelipper. Just to see if it would have taken it out that turn. Assuming this doesn't just take us out right here, which it does. Yeah, very lucky there. But I will go try one more with this team. Hopefully we can get a good Typhlosion game. That was a weird team in general. I mean, hey, it worked out for that guy, but it didn't have any, like, synergy from what I can tell. This one, they seem to have the typical toxic Staraptor Windsor combo with potential for Aurora Veil, Friend Guard, Pop Bomb, Mouse Hold. Yeah, Population Bomb is another move that I can't stand. There is no reason this thing should have a base 200 power move. No. This is, Tinkaton's really only good if we can get a Gigaton off on something. Well, the Play Rough could be good as well on the Staraptor. Yeah, so I will bring that. And then it's between Greninja and Electros. I really need to start picking my monos faster. I think I'll go with Greninja. Is there mainly for the Staraptor? But either one has a super effective move to hit it with, and Greninja's will be stabbed since Protean. Also, my god, I gotta order food. I am hungry. no clue what I want. I had a feeling that this was gonna be their lead. They don't have Fake Out. They will have Tailwind. But they can only hit one Mon. So I think just double spread move it is. Maybe Heat Wave, get a burn. Hopefully they go for Zard. Not expecting bulky Zard. I think it would have been smart if I played it safe and went for Heat Wave on Typhlosion. Just so I'm not hitting with a Wet Noodle Eruption. But this most likely takes me out anyway. Oh no! We lived to hit. Was not expecting that. So yeah, Wet Noodle Eruption here for sure. Still does a decent amount of Whimsicott. But definitely going to switch out the Typhlosion on this next turn to keep it around so I can at least Heat Wave later. I'm kind of feeling pizza. Yeah, I think I'll order a pizza. So gonna switch here, bring in the... Yeah, I want to bring out the Tinkaton. I don't want to bring out Greninja in case they double into it. And I think I Heat Wave again. Get some spread damage and burn potential. I know Weather Ball would do more, but I don't think it would do enough more. This is still gonna hurt. Yeah, that did a lot. But I don't think Empoleon can take us out from there. They missed anyway. Oh, they were going for the Charizard. They are a fast Empoleon. Because Empoleon has what? Base 65 speed or something like that. So even with our Zard being uninvested, we would still be faster. And we Fake Out so that we can deal with the Staraptor for sure, assuming they don't go for Protect, which they do. But we're in the sun, so Hydro Pump isn't going to take us out. Didn't even do half because we're bulky. And does the Heat Wave land? We do. Okay, cool. Very interesting for them to be running so much speed. If I were to run offensive Empoleon, I would definitely make it bulkier. How many turns of Tailwind do they have left? One. I think I do need to keep around the Tinkaton. So I will go Greninja. Because later I can come in with a Scarf Typhlosion anyway. Like if I get a double down here. That's fine, I'm going for a spread move anyway. That's gonna do nothing. Odd play. For sure. And that's the win. Mousehold can't take out my team from there. So we got a 4-0 sweep. Very nice. I think that's the first one of the day, maybe second. Well, that's probably what that reward there is. Oh, actually no, I saw a 10 I think when I floated up, so maybe it was the weekly Mega Evolve 10 times or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, we got 2 4-0 sweeps. Let's collect that VP. And and we're almost done here as well. I didn't buy the Battle Pass, but almost done with the VP here. Do I go one more? Yeah, I want to go one more. Let's see if I can get a good Typhlosion game here. Because that's all we really want. And it is not going to be this game. Because they have 3 fire types themselves and a water type. Greninja does work. For sure. I kind of want to lead Greninja Typhlosion. In case they do go the Farigiraf Torkoal lead. Actually, no. Tinkaton. Tinkaton Greninja lead. Because we can fake out through Armor Tail with our Mold Breaker. And Greninja's there to scare the Torkoal. If they didn't have so many fire types, I'd feel confident about bringing Scovillain. But we don't really have much things we can burn on their team. Normally, yes, Natsu. But Tinkaton has Mold Breaker, so it can still use the Fake Out. Though they do have Fake Out potential as well with their Incineroar. Yeah, definitely gotta Fake Out the Incineroar. There's no point in faking out the Farigiraf. We're just gonna have to accept they're getting their Trick Room up. And I know Dark Pulse won't kill, but hopefully it does a decent. It does a decent amount. They're most likely Citrus, so not a 2-shot. But maybe we get the flinch. Who knows? We don't. We know. We know. No flinch. That's alright. Incineroar isn't too scary. Excuse me. But a Flare Blitz against Tinkaton definitely is. So we will go for the swap here. As I do want to keep around the Fake Out pressure. And who is this they're bringing in here? Mawile? Torkoal. Okay. Well, they're definitely going for an Eruption. Hydro Pump isn't stab anymore, and it's in the sun, so it's not going to do too much. Torkoal is the bigger threat, so I think I'm going to go for that. We are sashed on Greninja, so we'll live any one hit. It just depends if we get doubled into. Helping Hand, okay, cool. I made the right play. Because this way we can at least weaken the eruption. Not by much. I did expect that to do quite a bit more. Not gonna lie. Greninja is going down this turn for sure. But I think I will just take advantage of their sun to get a flamethrower off. I feel like Electros might be able to live this since we did get some damage off on it. Nope. Is it a crit? Didn't seem like it. I guess 70% is just still too much. But now I can at least fake out the Torkoal. Let me put my chair down a bit more. There we go. And do I go for my own eruption? It's the last turn of Trick Room. So it just depends if the Figure attacks me. Or attacks Typhlosion. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the eruption. I feel like that's the strongest move I can go for. They do go for the Typhlosion. Does a lot. Yeah, I definitely should have gone for the Heat Wave. I do think... Oh, I got a crit. Nice. I don't know if it was necessary. But this way we can get on Eruption. No more Trick Room for them. Went for the Gigaton because I didn't want to risk the play rough miss. I do think we're still at a loss here. Just because I don't think we're going to do enough damage to their back mons. Well, I guess it depends on what they brought. If they brought the Mawile, Eruption is still going to be good, but they did not. So they're going to fake out for sure into the Tinkaton. They definitely fake out Water move. I don't think they're going to last. What? Weird. I did not expect a fake out into Typhlosion. I feel like Typhlosion wasn't as big of a threat. But yeah, that's the game. And the Aqua Jet. Preventing me from getting my last little chippies. Sorry, I'm just completing my food order. Cool. Order is placed. I think that's where I'm gonna call it for champions at least. So I am gonna end stream just to keep the VOD separate, take a little bathroom break, and then come back. I'm not. Oh, let me go collect this real quick. I'm not too sure what I'm gonna stream next. It's between Pokopia and Poke Rogue, because I do want to do some of the challenges there, but also I need to get through this game. I haven't even got to the DLC. I just got this Switch 2 last week, 2 weeks ago, so I haven't been playing too much of it. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up here. As thank you everyone who came out. Uh, More than I expected. For a first stream back after 5 years of no activity on this channel. So that's cool. Uh, Definitely sub if you haven't already. I do plan to do this more often. I don't have a schedule set yet. Um, it's gonna be just a whenever I can thing for now. Uh, so we'll see how often it ends up being. And yeah, thank you guys for coming out. I will be maybe like 15-20 minutes. I'll be back. But yeah, have yourselves a good one if you can't make it. And see you guys later.